If you can hear that, you can hear the rust in this bearing. This is a Bronson Raw Jamie Foy bearing. And this has got rust all over it. And I'm going to show you how you clean it, and how I make these bearings sound better and louder, which is kind of cool. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, buenas noches, buenos dias. Welcome to the Johnny Rap Hood garage. A typical Aussie garage, just stuff everywhere. And when you're an Aussie and you're having garage, you just, the car doesn't even go in the garage. Everything else goes in the garage. But I have tools. Kind of makes me manly, I guess. So first things first, I've used this method of cleaning bearings before on my Sunday hardwares to get the grease out. So this is just the Windex method. So if you have bearings that have got rust or grease in them, they just aren't moving anymore and just sound like what could they even sound like? Sound like a squashed frog trying to get up a river. That does not make sense. But you hear that? That's dirt and rust. So last time I used these, it was flogging down rain. And yeah, they got some rust formation on them. Like, it's going to be hard for my camera to pick up on that. Come on, focus. Kind of see it. Maybe not. But this is how we do it. Let's get into it. So just get your wheels off your skateboard. You know, everyone knows how to get it. Undo your wheels. Use whatever. Oh, I just lost the washer. Now I usually have a lot of washers. For some reason that's not it. But I usually put 2 washers on the inside of a truck. Wheel, 2 washers on the inside of a wheel, and a washer on the outside. You need to get your bearing out of your wheel. So use your truck, which is still on your deck, but I have mine in a vise because this Grind King is broken at the moment. And just leave those suckers off. See, these are the blue foils. It's one bearing. The other one. And these are in the GGK wheels, which I did not like whatsoever. Oh, geez, that was in there, a good one. I did not like the DGKs at all. Street Formula or something like that. Now my Grind King truck's coming on my little vise. And this seemed a lot easier than that I thought it would be. I can't get him to sit in there. Sit in there. I'm probably getting grease all over my eyes. Oh my God. Nah. Oh, where'd that go? Now, these bearings look pretty good on the inside. On the outside, there's rust all over them. And if you listen, you can hear the dirt in them. That one kind of sounds different. Righto, next step. Let's get a container or something, throw your bearings in there. You should have 8 bearings. Throw them in the cup. Now for the good stuff, Windex. Just glass cleaner. This stuff is the best. What we're going to do is just pour it in there. And make sure the bearings are just soaked in there. Like that. Perfect. Alright, so after you let them soak for, say, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, next one is to get a toothbrush. Next one is to get a toothbrush and just start scrubbing. Alright, so just get any of your bearings from inside your blue Kool-Aid and just get your toothbrush and just start scrubbing all your bearing. And those little bristles will get into the parts and get all that dirt out. Chuck it to the side, go for your next one. And you just continue this process, scrub it all up, scrub it up. You can see that toothbrush is getting dirty already. So just leaving them soak does not help. You actually need to get in there and scrub, and make sure you toss your bearings that you've done to one side to the other ones that you haven't done, so you don't get them confused. So I'll go ahead and I'll do all 8 bearings, scrub them all through, toss them aside. And this process just gets rid of all the gunk and that rust. Gets rid of that surface rust. See this one, oh I can feel it, this one. I might give this one a soak again and go do a double hit. And hopefully we get a chicken dinner out of this one. Get these bearings moving again. Righto, for the next one, you let it sit for a little bit, so that 10 to 20. Just give another scrub. Another scrub again, both sides, back and forth. And then we're going to get them out of the Windex. So do that to all 8 bearings. You can even change out Windex if it gets too dirty and put new Windex solution into your bucket there, which I did. You can see the colours changed. Put that new solution in there and scrub them again, just so you're not recontaminating the liquid going into the bearings. Righto, so after you give your bearings a little scrub it up dub, isn't that already? That's so more quiet. Yeah, it just looks like I'm giving myself a romantic hickey with my bearings, but that's so much more quieter. But that's because the Windex has got rid of all the yuckiness, the grease, the dirt. But yeah, after you give it a scrub it up dub with your toothbrush, just lay them out, let them dry. So once you give them a scrub, lay them out in some paper towel. Obviously I didn't have a good paper towel, so this will do, but this will just let it dry out. Sit them on there. I usually sit them like the bearing, how do you say, like the balls are facing downward, so liquid can flow out easier. Because I guess, like, if you see that little ring there, it just restricts the liquid flowing out. And you let it sit there for a while, let it dry out, and then be ready to put back onto your wheels. Just to mention as well, you could actually speed up the process and use an air compressor and a blower just to blow out everything. But I do have an air compressor and an air gun, but I'm not going to that extent because, to be honest, I just can't be bothered setting it all up and getting my airlines out and everything blown out, when I can just use a paper towel and get in there and just dry it all out. So once that's all dry, we're just going to put our bearings back into our wheels, push as far as you can in. Oh, I can feel this is going to be painful already to put back in. And there, on that side, far enough as you can. That's another painful thing with these BGKs. The wheels were not easy to put back in. So you just push down. That's one in there. The other one in. That's in. All right. Moment of truth. All the bearings are back in. Wheel is on. Not tight, but I want to hear this. So I know that this was, we heard it at the start. If you heard it in probably previous my videos, they were so loud and crunchy. And I can see already, like the rust, surface rust, is now out off of these bearings. Look how much shiny they are. Look at that. So much more beautiful. Righto, hopefully I was still recording, but I was saying, look how much more shinier these bearings are now because I've given them that clean. But I got them on. It's sitting there. It's looking schmick, it's looking nice. Let's have a listen. Oh, this is gonna be awkward. You can't tell, but I'm like fully just leaned up against me. What do you even call it? Oh my God, I'm having like a mental blank. My workshop tool chest. But this is gonna be a weird one, but let's just do it this way. Ready? Let's have a listen. Oh, so much better. So much better. Sounds cleaner. That was only a little push. That sounds so much better. Let's go for it. Oh, that sounds so much better. It's just cleaner. Way better. Way better. Doesn't have that rusty sound to it. That sounds good. Let's put the other one on. But like I was saying before, I probably haven't seated these bearings. Like, I don't think that one's seated in right. But once I tighten them, like fully tighten them down, then loosen them, they'll be tightened down. But listen to that. Listen to that. That sounds so good. So much better. I'm gonna probably love these bearings again. I actually didn't give them a very good rating. Let's do this, hang on. I actually didn't give them a very good rating after like they rusted up on me straight away and they didn't feel as fast and smooth as my Sunday hardwares. But we'll see how they go. But I still rate my Sunday hardware raw bearings. I just love them. Like, they're smooth, they got much speed than these, but these are a different size wheel. But that's the Johnny Rap Garage. Was that going to be a segment? That just sounds terrible. The Johnny Garage. That's the Johnny Garage. Tell me if you like that. Tell me if you want to see a little more. Tell me if you want to see a little more hints and tricks and tips on skateboarding or anything else. But that's how you clean your bearings with Windex. So much more smoother. Give me a like. Give me a subscribe. I know a lot of you aren't subscribed. I actually looked at my analytics. It's like 89% of people aren't subscribed. Just hit that subscribe button. Help me out. I'm Johnny Rap. Thanks for watching. Stay classy. Newcastle, Australia. Let's spin that again.